Hey traders, good morning. It's Monday, July 17th, 8:55 a.m. and these are your morning ideas. Okay guys, we are back for a new week, and the first thing I do every week is we check the news. We got some manufacturing stuff today. Let's look at the week ahead. Unemployment claims on Thursday at 8:30. Other than that, we got some retail sales on tomorrow, but I think it's a pretty clear week. Looking at, ahead, I could see the ES up here now at 45.30. 45.30 area has finally gotten above and starting to work through this volume here on the left that we've been talking about. As we worked through, we chopped a bit in here, and now we're moving up. I would expect I can take these off. This one off now. You still would look for some kind of a jump if we fall back down to 4,300, which is now 230 points away, and that's if we fail up here. We would likely, the next stop down here would be to bounce off of the volume here at 4,300. Again, this is adjusted to the new contract, but ahead we still have some volume, a heavy volume area here that we were once chopping back and forth. So I expect it to be a push to the other side of that volume, but not directly, and more of a choppy push towards 4,700. That again, we're talking big numbers here, 170 points away, but that's where I think that the market is headed. If we pull back, it will likely be some kind of a chop, and the number that I would look for kind of an over under, if you're looking for that, is, let's do this, would be down here at 44.14. Now if we get below 44.14, that's when it's likely that we push down into the 4,300 area to get our next support area below. Now if we look at these areas here, let me move this to ES. I was looking at some ETFs over the weekend. Let me pull this back up here. Okay, so when we look at the immediate data that we have, so we got a bit of a whippy day on Friday there, where you can see here that there's no real consensus on the price. You got the volume point of control all the way down here. We moved up and then we moved down after a pretty much a trend day up the day before, and then overnight last night all we have is pretty much a balance. So I wouldn't be surprised off of the open to see us move back towards 45.35. Where the volume point of control was on Friday, and then to see if we can move through 45.35. We'll likely start working our way up through the volume up towards 45.50 from Friday. If we move up into 45.35 and then we fail, then we look at lower prices. We look at the the overnight low as a target, and then we start to move back down into the 4,500 area. Now remember that what we just talked about on the big picture. If I bring the big picture back up, I mean, we're looking at areas here that are pretty close to us, remember. So we look at the 15-minute, those areas are a lot closer than these big picture. So don't get so enamored with the small picture. I always say this, is don't get enamored with the small picture where you lose sight of where we are. So as a whole, so if we start moving down through like the overnight low, all is not lost. Not like, oh my God, the sky's falling. We still have quite a bit of volume here where the market will likely just kind of chop around in here, and the ultimate destination being higher. All right, so I wouldn't get carried away with some kind of a move lower that the world is ending here, because I just don't think that that's the case. And if we do move lower, we do have support down here at 4,300, which again, you don't want to just be buying every dip. That's 230 points away. That's suicide if you're doing that. But just know that long term, even if this market sells off a bit today and tomorrow and later in the week, if we get down to 4,300, I think that we will see some kind of a bounce from there if we get down there. Okay, guys. So that's the technical picture. Again, fundamentals lag a bit. Who knows if we just start selling like crazy? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. It's just that we can only follow what's in front of us, right? And what's in front of us is showing that the market is okay with these higher prices and will likely continue doing that. All right, guys, I'm James from Take Profit Trader. I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you guys all soon.